Hi, my people. How was the day? I guess it was as beautiful as my own. Okay, today we're going to talk about something very sweet. I'm sure you're going to be happy when you hear the topic. We're going to talk about investment in land and in house. Which one should come first? Yeah. A lot of you have been calling me, asking me, what should I do? What should I buy first? What should I buy now? Okay. Now we are talking about two categories of people here. One is the first time buyer, and then the second category is the multiple buyer. Okay, that is those who have bought and bought and bought and bought. Okay. So for you, the first time buyer, let me start with you. If you're buying a property for the first time, do not ever make the mistake to go and carry very big projects. Because why? You are just a learner in the real estate industry. And as a learner, you're bound to make mistakes. Sometimes huge, sometimes little, sometimes moderate mistakes. But with time, you got to look back and say, wow, if only I had known what I know now, I wouldn't have done this or that. But don't worry, I'm here now to give you a guide. That is one of my job as a real estate consultant. I will guide you to avoid avoidable mistakes. So if you're a first time buyer, please buy into the best investment on earth, which is earth itself. Buy a piece of the earth. That will give you the mindset that now I belong somewhere. I have a piece of this earth. Secondly, if you want to buy as a first time buyer, do not buy a very expensive piece of the earth. You know, piece of the earth, they are expensive, they are cheap, and they are luxury. So buy the cheap one first. This will enable you to use it as a case study, and it will widen your scope. Once you have bought into a land, your thinking faculty, your mentality, your attitude toward investment will automatically change. You start thinking of your property, you start hearing things, you start learning things. So the first thing to do, buy into land and buy a cheap one. Meanwhile, I do not say you should go and buy that one at your backyard that Omolele is selling, that tomorrow they will not collect it from you and you say, Olive Rich Home said I should buy cheap one. What I'm talking about is that you should buy into an estate that is still cheap. That is all those off town areas, those newly developing areas. Just go there, pitch your presence in real estate there. Now, for you, multiple times in buyer, your own case is different. You know, as I'm talking to the first time buyer now, you are saying, yes, that is true. That is true. That was what I did, or that was what I didn't do right. If you are a multiple time buyer, after buying your first land, and then, okay, give or take, you made a mistake, you didn't make, buy another more expensive land to that one. Add value to your investment, okay? Then after adding value, like when I say cheap land, I'm talking of something like between 1 million and 5 million. When I'm talking of a higher one, I'm talking of between 4 or 5 million to 10 million. Then after that, use the two land now, equate them and see the pros and the cons of what you have invested in. Which area is appreciating better, which area is slow, okay? Which one has superior documents? Now, as you are buying again, you might decide to buy house. I'm talking of somebody who has bought and bought. You might decide to buy house. When you get into buying of house, you are somewhere there in the ladder, okay? Somewhere there in the ladder. And when you are buying house, you buy beautiful houses in those luxury areas. It's always very, very beneficial. The return on investment value is high, very high. It appreciates a great quantum leap. All right. But if you're a first time buyer, please buy a cheap land like this one that you are seeing on your screen. Or a second time buyer, still buy something cheap like this, okay, so that it will be easy for you in case you want to have some regrets tomorrow. The regret will not be high and you will not give yourself hypertension. So people have developed high blood pressure because they bought wrong land and wrong places. It will never be your case. Just follow my guide and that will see you through. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about how to buy into houses. Yes, you might be itching to know how you buy into houses now, but I will now inform you how to know the right house to buy and the right places to buy houses and how to go about buying your houses. Is it beneficial? Is this training beneficial? Just send me a DM or send me, do thumbs up, subscribe. If you have not done that, you will always be getting things like this as time goes on. Thank you very much.